Well. This is the first incident. I recorded it. And as I have put together a documentary with how things unfold. Now, I'm not going to put this first incident attached to the next one because it's too long, it's over 2 hours. But this is me putting my case to the investigators. I maybe have sent out it in writing, but this is me presenting my case to the investigators, who in turn sided with Miss Ponella because, as I said, she's very manipulative, right? She has control of the superintendent's office and she do what she please. I'm just showing you guys now. Now, everything that I did, I recorded it. If you listen to this first incident, and then you listen to the documentary part that I put together, everything, what happened with the superintendent, what they said and what they didn't say, you're going to see all the manipulative, all the lies and all the stuff. So from this first incident, you're going to see the interview that we had before I put my case to the investigator. Right? So this one is when I put in my case to the investigator. As you know, that it is complex and complicated. And I can go on and on and on, but I don't want to burden you down with listening too long. But for you to know all the facts, you have to listen to both audios. You have to listen to everything. And like I said, in the longer version, if the superintendent was present, all of this would have never happened. You're going to hear me, Miss Ponella. She says she don't care. It's the head, it's the face. From the first day when the person that reported the incident to me on the phone, they said was behind the head. And then you see they sum it up, get the witnesses to say it's in the face. You know what I mean? So these are all the things in that they put together a formulate. So that is the reason why the second time of the incident, right, my daughter pleaded the fifth to give her statement on the day of the meeting of exactly what happened. Because the first time they took my daughter into a room and they manipulate her statement by saying what she said, and that is not what she told them. Likewise, my wife witnessed that. My wife was in the meeting directly with Miss Ponella. And what she said, that's not what they wrote down. So that is why I always write what I say and give it to people. And that is the reason why I record everything. And you can hear me repeating to Miss Ponella. That's why I record it, so that you won't say what I did not say. Because she's very manipulative. And these are all the audios, everything to sum up. So if I am wrong, you let me know. You guys be the judge. Listen to this first incident. Then I'm going to send the next one that I documented, put everything together. It's over 2 hours long. But for understand what is going on and why Miss Ponella need to resign, and I'm going to send out everything to everybody. And you guys need to listen and be the judge. If I had not recorded all of these and I mentioned about retaliation. When you listen to this first one, I mentioned retaliation. Then you're going to hear at the back of the next one where I said, okay, with the letter, when she gave me the letter, it was backdated from the 28th. The meeting was supposed to be with the superintendent on the 29th, and then the meeting with her on the 30th. But I brought in the elected officials and checkmate her. I played her chess. I played her because of listening. She retaliates. So that letter that I get that I cannot go into the school was already premeditated to be given to me. But because I never show up at the school before the meeting and all of this thing, like how she played the superintendent by not giving the superintendent no information. When the superintendent came on the meeting with me and the public advocate, she had no information. She had no nothing what was going on. But then the superintendent trying to play nice guy. She controls everything. This is everything I put together. You guys be the judge. All right? Andy made a scheme. Miss Ponella, you have been checkmate. Now, good day, everybody. So, you know, my name is Andy Medeski. So, since the principal at Louis Armstrong called me an angry black man, and I have the elected officials involved, the whole tone of the school have changed. So today, I went to the school, and the security guard told me that the assistant principal is going to have something for me. So she brought out a letter and gave it to me. So I asked her, what was it for? She said, I have limited access to the school. When I come to pick up my daughter, that I do all the time, I talk to the security, and the security, they're going to call her down, they're going to bring the book out to the security, and I'll sign there for my daughter. So I would like you, the elected officials, to tell me if that is legal. That's number one. I haven't opened the letter as yet, so I'm doing it on camera. So I don't know, all of a sudden, I have limited access. I don't know, I'm going to write the superintendent a letter to find out what's going on, if this is legal. And then I'm going to consult the relative authorities. So here now, I'm opening the letter. Now, I call this retaliation. That's what I call this, retaliation. So, this is the letter from Louis Armstrong. Right? Dear Mr. Medeski, I have been advised that on May 14th, you participated a serious incident at the school that required the involvement of the school safety agent. That is a lie. That is a lie. As a result of this incident and your previous visit to the school, which also results in safety concern, that is another lie. That is another lie. I am establishing the following procedure effective immediately. If you wish to meet with me or any other staff member, you must call the office to make an appointment or to arrange for a telephone conference. Upon entering the building, you must register at the front desk. I always do that, and remain there until a staff member comes to meet you. If you regularly drop your child at school, please bring him or to the front security desk. Appropriate arrangement will be made to direct your child to class. If you regularly pick up your child from school, please go to the front security desk and remain there. Appropriate arrangements will be made to bring your child to the security desk. If you unexpectedly need to pick up your child, you must call the school prior to arriving. Upon your arrival, please go to the front desk security and remain there. Appropriate arrangement will be made to get your child to the security desk. We are committed to continue to work with you and to assist you with the concern you may have. However, we must also assure the safe and order. Now, this is fabrication. This is total fabrication because they are lying. None of this happened. So this is why I open it in front of you guys. This is a lie. A total lie. And for signed by Miss Helen Ponella to say something like this because she called me an angry black man, she's saying that something happened in the office. Now, how could you call me angry black man and I must say no? So this is a makeup. This is a lie. This is a lie. I can tell you this here to your face. I can watch at anybody in the face and say, everything here, it is a lie. Ponella lied on this letter. That's why I open it in your face. She lied, and this is what she does all the time. But because the elected officials are involved, right, she have been pushed back to the wall. And she don't like that. She don't like to lose. I told you guys, all the emails. She don't like to lose. So because I have everything that I'm doing, the elected officials are involved. She don't know that. So all of this is a lie, because if I go to the school, the elected officials know. Anything I do, the elected officials know. So she don't know that. So this is a lie. This is all a lie, that Ponella. Because she had to call in the security. That's a lie. The security went to the office. They make it up. The security was there. But this is what happened. Because I said the security was there when she called me an angry black man, that's why she's making it up. Because they cannot cover it up. Because I'm going to call out the security. Because he was in the office when she called me an angry black man. So now, guess what? She's trying to make up a story about the security. There were witnesses. She cannot lie about it. So this is retaliation. This is our last trump out of trouble. But it is going to go far, because I'm recording everything and I'm going to post it. Everything here, everything that she wrote here is a lie. And this is what she did to my daughters. And again, as I'm telling y'all, even the superintendent, what Helen Ponella wrote here, it is a lie. And she continues to make up these lies and tell you guys it is a lie. Everything here is a lie. I conclude my story, and I'm going to fight this. I'm going to send everything to the elected officials and let them know that everything that Helen Ponella wrote here, it is a lie. She called me an angry black man, and the superintendent is not investigating it. And I'm going to go to the length and breadth until something is done. She should not call me an angry black man, but she never thought it would have gone this far. She is lying. It is a lie. Now, it's one thing to tell a lie or to accuse me of something, but when you're gonna lie on me like she's doing to my daughter, then I have a problem. Now, what I'm doing, I'm bringing out everything that happens at this school. Now, I already have a video. I'm gonna show you guys that when I go to the office, how they treat me. Right? They don't come to me. Right? They send somebody else. I'm going to show y'all that video. I have that video already, so they're too late. So this is to show the length and breadth that Miss Helen Ponella goes to lies. Because there is never one day that I've disrespected the security guard. I always sign in at the front desk. There's nobody that can go to the office without signing in. So for this letter to have all of that, and I always call the school anyway to pick up my daughter. So these things here that she have, it already happened. If I'm not picking up my daughter, I call the school and tell them put her on the school bus. So everything that is here, I do anyway. Now this is what happened with Miss Helen Ponella. I'm supposed to be a thug. So I'm supposed to fight her in the office or want to fight. I didn't do that. After the incident, I supposed to go, she thought that I would go back at the school and make noise. I didn't do that. I never show up at the school. I let the elected officials do all the communication. This is another thing. Instead of I bring a highly professional pastor and deacon who is recognized by the United Nations, I'm supposed to bring a talk to the school. I didn't do that. So I'm supposed to go to the school and with thugs. That's what she expect. But I'm a man of principle. I'm a coach. She must be expect me, Miss Ponella must expect me to behave bad. I get the elected officials involved. So everything that Miss Helen Ponella had in her head for me to do, I did not do it. So if you look at this letter, the date, since May, today, it is June, the 5th of June, the 28th of May. So this letter was pre-written since May, the 28th. Right? So she thought that I should have come to the school and cursed down. I never do it. So you can see today's the 5th of June when I got the letter today. The 5th of June. And the 28th of May, this letter was written. So it shows that she expected me to be of a certain type of person. But because I walk with the elected officials and I work with a certified deacon, you know what I mean, I'm not supposed to do that because of who I am. And that's what I'm telling you guys. What happens at this school. I'm just bringing out to you guys what happens at this school. So this is a clear retaliation. She premeditated this letter that I must come to the school and want to fight. I did not do that. I would not do that. But that's why she called me angry, because she thought when she tell me I'm angry, I would have not called the superintendent office right away. Like when she tell me I'm angry, like I'm supposed to do something else, but I did not. I'm smart, Miss Helen Ponella. I'm educated, Miss Helen Ponella. My daughter, her GPA is over 3.7. She's smart. She's supposed to be struggling in school. Miss Ponella, my kids, I teach homeschool my kids. Right? I'm smart, Miss Helen Ponella. When you call me an angry black man, you expect me to retaliate then. I pick up the phone and call the superintendent office immediately. So all of this that you say happened, never happened. So if you lie on me, the father, I'm the adult. You called me an angry black man. You told me that. So if you're lying on me to my face, that's why I'm telling people you're lying on my daughter. And no, it's proof that you lies. It's written here. The lies. The lies are written here. So Miss Ponella, had you apologized and said you're sorry, you would have never been able to write lies on this letter. But they perceive me because I'm black and I'm a Rastafarian, that I'm supposed to be a thug. But I'm not a thug, Miss Ponella. I'm a coach. And I'm a father to my children. And a respected father. That's who I am. I'm not a thug. For your information, I'm not a thug. What you expect of me, you will never get it, Miss Ponella, because that's not who I am. Alright? So Miss Ponella, thank you for this letter. Today is the 5th of June. This letter was written the 28th of May. The meeting with you was the 30th, and the meeting with the superintendent was the 29th. So this was written before the meeting. So you had your plan, Miss Ponella, but it didn't work. It backfired. I remember that. And the meeting is recorded. All the meetings with you, Miss Ponella, is recorded. So I have you on tape saying the things. So Miss Ponella, and I also have a video of how you guys treat me in the office that I'm going to show the entire country. Good luck, Miss Ponella. Good luck. Nice try. The 28th. The meeting with the superintendent was the 29th, and the meeting in your office was the 30th. So this was written before that. You premeditated it. Nice try. Thank you very much.
My name is Keisha Madams King. I'm Kanisha's sister.
And I'm Kanisha Madams King.
Now, first of all, I get straight to the point, like I made a note of everything, and when I'm finished, I'm going to give you guys it, because the reason why, because Miss Ponella is very manipulative, and she said things that she did not say. So for that, I'm going to read exactly from this, so you're going to be on the record. Now, first of all, if the young man was suspended, it was after the fact. Let me just put it on your strength. It was after the fact. Right? And I'm going to read from here, right? And I'm just fed up of being judged by my zip code, my income bracket, and how I look because of my hair on my head. I'm just fed up. The honest truth, I really don't want to speak to this woman. Straight up. If it wasn't for the superintendent, I would have never been in this room with her. She's too stuck up in her own ways and believe that she is untouchable. And with her having, and with her henchmen and women, as the lawyer, that are loyal to her, and others are afraid of consequences of retaliation, I decide to put together the facts, and that's what I'm going to be reading from. If the superintendent did not intervene, I was going to protest in front of our office the next day, the borough president, the city council member, the chancellor office, the mayor's office. his house at Gracie Mansion, and I was going to the Capitol Albany in front of the governor's office on protest. Then I was going to the White House. I was taking my protest to Washington. She needs to go from this school. If she tries to speak, right, I'm telling you plain, just like I told you guys, I'm not here to speak to her. She talked a lot. She had a lot to say. It's you guys to hear my voice and the voice of my kids and many other kids in this school that suffer the same fate. Right? And guess what I'm going to do? Just like what she did to me in that meeting when I was on the phone and my wife was here, I'm going to end this meeting just the same exact way. That's how I'm going to end this meeting. Just what she did. Miss Ponella. That's how I'm going to end this meeting. And I speak and I quote her words. Go where you want to go, do what you want to do. And I'm telling you, I'm doing just that. That's your words. I quoted your words. Good morning to everyone in this room. First of all, there's a few things I would like to address here in this meeting. Now, please, as I said before, don't play no nice guy here because we're not nice guy. Right? You guys are the investigator. I'm giving you the facts about this principle. Let's begin with my older daughter. As I said, she went through hell here, and I took her out of public school because of that. Right? And if it wasn't for the superintendent, I was about to do the same thing with my younger daughter, take her out of public school. I was going to do that. And I told the superintendent, and she told me to give her a chance to address it. And that's what I'm doing right now. Okay? So because of that, my daughter is going to be a lawyer to represent her younger sister because of what she's been through at this school in Helen. And I got very mad. My daughter was coming to school during the COVID. I never signed up my daughter to no school. And the things that this school did to me and my daughter, trying to get her to go to the school that I don't know about, you guys won't like it. You guys don't understand what I've been through. Now, like the superintendent asked me, why did I decide to send my daughter here? It's a lot of deliberation. A lot of talk, my daughter, my wife. You know what I mean? But I did a lot of groundwork because I was a treasurer on District 28, CC, and I was also going on a run for District 30. But I decided against it because of my schedule. Right? And so that was that. Right? So we're going to start with about her disrespect, the way she speak to you. And she, when she come on the phone, she does a morning or good afternoon, she know who she's speaking to. She don't even do that. She don't do that. So she like to talk down to you. Oh, this is my personal experience. I just be in the office here. Minimum 4 times a week to pick up my little daughter early from school. And what I observe, and the way how I see Miss Ponella talk down to those school safety guards, right? Trust me, I'm saying this, I never talk to them because I'm a very good friend. His wife is a school safety guard. And I understand, but if any retaliation, just be careful for retaliation to those guys because I've never spoken to them. I've never spoken to them. But the way how she treats them, what I witness myself, remember how old the daughter came in from 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade? Right? Just remember that. Don't want to miss anything. Alright, let me go now. Just be careful for the retaliation because she'll hold the power to fight them, right? So understand that. But I've never spoken to them. Now, a lot of people in this, you see the day when I protest? Right? The amount of thumbs up I gotten in the school, from people in this school, but they were afraid to speak. Because she rules with an iron fist, right? And she rules as a dictator. The amount of thumbs up I get, after that protest that day out there, right, I feel real good about it. Real good. Because I did my groundwork, I was in the CEC board, and I got information while I was there. I heard about the principle, what goes on, because as parents, that's what we do, and we investigate. Right? So she got some deals like this guy, Mr. Godillo, man, he had given me a hard time, man, with my daughter. I know he's doing very, very good. Very, very good. So, let me see, address that. Now, one of the things I want to address right now, the other meeting, in the presence of my wife, she's right here. What I was told on the day of the incident was something totally in front of her, and they didn't read from what they're supposed to read from. That's what I'm reading. I'm teaching them how to do things. You read from what you write. You don't set things because you are sit down and plan on. Don't do that. Because as I told you on the phone, I'm very intelligent, because the victim reported that how my daughter hit him behind the head. The day of the incident, when it was reported on the phone, I asked to speak to my daughter. And what happened, what I was told that day, the young man said that she tripped on her foot. My daughter said the same thing. Everything coincided. Now the day of the meeting with me on the phone, because I couldn't make, I was in Florida, that's an important meeting, they told me that the witnesses said that the victim was punched in his face. So I asked the question, how come, I have it on recording also to prove my case, how come the victim, the statement what my daughter said and what the victim said coincide, but what the witnesses said, he was hit in the face? Doesn't match up. Miss Ponella told me she don't care. But so I said, if we go to a court and you get a charge of murder, right? You get shot with a gun, can't say shot with a knife. So behind the head, and the victim said behind the head, the witnesses say in front of the face. She made me to know, have it on record. She don't care. Hit whether it's back of the head or the face, it's the same thing. I said, not the same thing. The witnesses said he was punched repeatedly in the face. The victim said he was punched one time behind the head. How could you take a statement and then suspend my daughter without a proper hearing? How could you do that? How could you? Then, the Wednesday before my daughter suspended, when I came to the school, my daughter was in the room with adults alone. How could you do that? You're a child, 11-year-old. All of y'all sit on the table and questioning the child. She's going to feel less of herself. Right? So, that's what the victim said. So I can't go with what the witnesses said, because the victim said he was hit behind the head. Victim said she tripped on her foot. Same thing she said on the day. But on the meeting, it's a total different story. That's why I recorded it. So you're trying to deny my daughter her credibility of her rights. And then you're trying to tell me that I'm illiterate. That's what she does. The reason why? You know, Adrian Moore, assistant principal. Why this school don't have an African American assistant principal for all the years? She denied them. Why this school don't have diversity? She denied them. I can tell you, she used to be in the office. When she came back into the field, you need to answer that. You guys need to investigate that. Right? This school don't have diversity in the staff. She admitted that. I have it on record. They don't have diversity because our children suffer. And I'm fed up with that, because New York City have the most segregated school in the entire United States of America. This city. And I know that. It's facts. Because I've been in the CC board and I'm an activist. Let me go. Now, let me get to the subject matter. Right? The subject matter is that on the 8th of November, my daughter came home with a report card. Not happy with the 88 she got in ELA. Because she said she worked very hard. Now, I've been married for more than 22 years. Live in one house, never divorced, raise my kids, I homeschool my kids. And English is my strong point because I'm a writer. I used to write for BBC as a freelance writer. I do a lot of writing for newspaper. I do a lot of writing, but Miss Ponella don't know that because of how I look. And I come in here, judges me. And the staff judges me. From the incident, see the secretary over there? Don't even talk to me anymore. Can you imagine that? When I come from the daughter, she doesn't look at me. You know, all because I did see it. Seriously? That's how we operate? Right? I gotta be standing up there waiting on a new person to come and attend with me. Because guess what? Since the incident, none of the two that used to deal with me don't come to me anymore. After yesterday. Seriously? Really? At this school? That's what's going on? I know what? They suck up to her. Because they have to. You have a choice. So she moves. She needs to go. Need to be replaced. And I'm not going to stop protesting until it happens. Now, so that was the 8th. I work with my daughter without essay and all that. So I asked the teacher. So the next day we had the 9th, we had the parent teachers conference. And I decided to ask the teacher the question. She couldn't give me a proper reason why she did it here. She said, oh, my daughter can't get a 90. So I said, what is your reason for that? She got around. I said, okay. Now, bring up my daughter report card. She have a 99, 98. Okay. It's oh man, I don't want to go for. Anyway, she have a 99, 98, 96, 96, 92, 90. Oh, but only the year she get 80. She was upset. Obviously, supposed to be. Her sister is history. Because I raised her. And especially her strong point in writing. So I asked the teacher what about her essay writing. She said that's perfect, that's strong. So I said, what are the reasons for that? She said when she's answering multiple choice questions, she takes the long. I said, that's your reason? That's what the teacher told me. Right? So I said, okay. Very next day, that's when I get a call about incident. It happened simultaneously like it is a setup. Because I complained now. The morning when my daughter came to school, after I spoke, so on the day when I get a call, I thought was the teacher was calling me. So I was addressing only to know it wasn't the teacher. So that same day, when I picked up my daughter, she told me about the looks on her face for the teachers and whatever, and that's what goes on in the school. I come in the office and I say, what is what goes on with the kids? What goes on? I'm very, very intellectual. And if you read up about me on Google, if you Google my name and read up about me, you're going to see how many kids I sent to college every single year. Poor children from less fortunate communities, that's what I work with through sports. And you see both of my kids here, see my little daughter, athlete of the year, right? She's one of New York City's top track and field athletes. So I know the punch what they're talking about, my daughter's trained not to retaliate. So it had to be something that went wrong because we do safe sport. We do all the training to prevent athletes from retaliating. They don't know that because I'm a certified level 1 USATF coach. And discipline is what we do. And I know, remember it's a boy, she's a girl. Now, if it was in the lunchroom, yes, I could understand. If it was in the classroom, yes, I could understand. It's Joe playing a basketball game, so something had to happen. She told me she got punched in the chest. My wife took her a picture. You know what Miss Ponella told me? Where's the medical? She told me, where's the medical? She don't believe it. Where's the medical? That's what Miss Ponella told me. So I don't want to hear anything from her. Because you guys are here to represent me. So I'm letting you guys know what happened. So with that, right? So the very next day, call the school and everything what I explained to you that happened. And and I wanted to be addressed. Now, as I said from before, it took us guts to send my daughter here. I have to do my research, I have to do groundwork, I have to try to convince my wife, my family, because of this phenomenon. That's the reason why. Now, as the superintendent said, my daughter should never be deprived of good education at a school. Right? And on the phone, I told my daughter, I said, I told you, I don't want to play games with Africa, I want to play with black. I told her that. Literally told me, because that's how I speak to my kids, because I'm an activist. So I let them know really. We are to see and what we go through. You guys know what we go through in the public school system. You know what it is. Right? You know what it is. So it took me a lot of groundwork. And I decided, you know what? Because my little daughter, my older daughter went to PS220, my little daughter following her footsteps. Come to Louis Armstrong, she following her footsteps. She want to come to Louis Armstrong. At the end of the day, Louis Armstrong is an African American guy. So I don't understand why the treatment. So my recommendation, first, is going to need to be investigated with our habits and our behavior, and need to be removed from the school. Right? Our refusal to accept African American in this school on a more to be an assistant principal is against the law, broken all the laws, and need to be investigated. How many times those applications have been turned down? Because I know discrimination in school is very, very high. The lack of diverse staff, our black children are suffering. Right? Ms. Ponella, Bordello, the deans, and all of them, you're in our pocket. I tell you that right now. I'm right here in front of every one of them. And I'm going to give you this paper because this is what I read for. So nobody cannot say what I did not say. A parent should never have to go through hell to know where to send the child and to wonder what's going to happen after. No, I'm taking a child home after this meeting because I don't know what happened. So the school is. I'm going to be honest with you. Very, very honest. And the guards, the retaliation, check on it. But I mention it because what I saw. And I'm not going to hold no bars because this is my chance to speak. Right? And then for her, for Miss Ponella to tell me, how did I record it? The rules at her school is different. How could you tell me that? The rules at your school is different. Seriously? So you own the school? This is your school? Guess what we call a year she's here? And she have her friends and things in the office that she make phone calls and all of those things. You know what I mean? Because she was there and all of those stuff. Need to be investigated, right? Very disrespectful. Right? She's very, very disrespectful. So, that is my presentation to you guys. And what I said, here, I'm going to leave you with a copy of what I said. Madam Janet said different to what I said. Okay, so this is my daughter's grade. 99, this is the ELA 88. 98, 96, 99, 90. So this is my daughter's grade. Everything in the 90s except for ELA. Mm-hmm. So now the teacher's going to tell me that what hurt me so badly, right, is that my daughter came from PS220, where she was above the reading level. The teacher's going to tell my daughter's below 6th grade reading level. How could you be below 6th grade reading level and get a 98? 98, 96, 99, 90. I forgot for read right. Answer the question right. So if you tell me that is disrespect. So mom, finish my presentation. Just like Miss Ponella did. I'm done. Don't want to hear nothing from them. Only you two guys. Just exactly what they did to me is exactly what I'm going to do to them. Same thing, same way. And I mean what I say.
So just to paraphrase, I just want to make sure we're hearing you clearly. Your concern is like the climate and the culture in the school.
Yes. She need to go. She need to go.
So you want to see more people that look like you.
Yes.
Look like your children.
Yes.
So we want to definitely build trust.
Yes.
Right. Make sure that someone has your child has someone they feel like they can
relate to. You know the reason why?
Uh-huh.
Because how could you manipulate a statement that was said to me on the day? Right? What was said to me on the day and in the meeting, when everybody gang up and say what they gotta say, it is totally different from the fact. How do you think the child feel? They gotta come back to the school. How? How do you think my child feel? Because I know what was said on the day because I spoke with my daughter same time. I asked to speak to her. Asked her to explain what happened. She explained what happened. What the victim said, similar. What the witnesses said, totally different. And I argue with that. I have it on recording. I have everything on recording. Over 30 minutes. And I argue against that. Behind the head and in the face, Miss Ponella, this is behind the head. This is in front of the face. It's not the same place.
So you're going to appeal the investigation? Or you're
Yes.
appealing?
Yes,
okay.
I'm appealing. Yes.
Okay. So we have investigators who take care of that.
Yes.
That
So-
are external to this. But
Right.
I also just want to be honest with you, right? So that you know, even in the process,
Yeah.
right? So in school, when they have an incident, right? It's not a criminal incident. It's not a huge investigation the same way like if you were having a criminal investigation in a hearing, right? So there's levels to different incidences. Lower level incidences, right? If we're talking about something that might be what we call a principal suspension or an in-school suspension, does not go through the hearing process. When we get to higher level suspensions, something that's called a superintendent suspension, that's something that is a full investigation and hearing process. So I just wanted to clarify that for you.
Yes.
That would not have been the case for your daughter because this incident wasn't that high of a level.
Yeah, but
So I
the
just wanna be
chancellor
clear.
regulation said before the principal decide to suspend, bring it up, Keisha.
Yeah, her phone.
Oh, right. The chancellor regulation said if the child is not a threat to the classroom because the incident never happened in the classroom. It never happened in the cafeteria. The principal had enough time. From the witnesses, right there, she had enough time to articulate and come to a truth. Only the first offense. Also, it was during a game. It wasn't like a random attack. They were playing a game. He punched her first. I know my daughter. She's an athlete. Number one that you can Google her, you can what everything about her. You're trained to be disciplined because you cannot fight on the track. You'll be suspended. But they don't know that. They see a black child who's supposed to be aggressive. And I know him, and I know all of them, and I know what they do. I know that. I've been here before. I've dealt with my older daughter. I know the arms of the leg. Why was a young man reprimanded the same time? Why was it after the fact? Why? It's not because I got phone calls, because I protest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going all the way to Washington, D.C.
And I'm also going to let you know, right? Just so that you understand policy and procedure.
Yeah.
When you're doing the investigation and you're finding out all the information, right? Each family, what happens to each child, we know that that's confidential. So another family won't know what happened to your daughter, and you won't know what happened to another family. They just go through and they explain to you the findings of the investigation and kind of what types of support can be put into place. And so what I'm hearing is that you wanted to contest, and this is why you're doing the appeal, the 3 days of a suspension, because you felt like it was maybe excessive for a first offense, even though your daughter.
No, not
okay.
excessive. It was not. Listen to the victim statement.
I'm just gonna ask because even within the midst of all of that, your daughter admitted, and you're saying right now that
No, she was forced to admit.
Okay, I'm just asking a question.
Because guess what? Now, hear what the reason why. That's why I'm telling you this. The day they change up everything. I don't care what they write. The day of the incident, I spoke to my daughter and asked what happened. My daughter came home. You understand what I'm saying to you? I pick her up from school. She told me they manipulate the report. I can tell you that. That's not what's said on the day of the incident in my life. That is not what was written. That is not what was said. Their own conclusion. And guess what? The young man, after the fact, changed back his statement. I knew what happened. I can tell you that. I'll put my life on that. That's the reason why I'm upset. Because of what was said to me that day when by my daughter was totally manipulated in the report. And they have done it to my older daughter, right? When she was here, and I can attest to that. And I know Miss Ponella, I know what she did. She was like after me. That's why she was kicking her. She was there. I can tell you. Who knows what? Do your investigation. Do your investigation. So I'm saying to you, I'm saying to you, I'm dealing with an individual who runs a school that is known for being discriminated against African American. I'm addressing that right now. Right now. I'm addressing that right now. And I'm opening no bars. Because she thinks she's above the law.
So that will be investigated, right?
Yes.
There's an investigation that is open for Ms. Ponella, as well as there's an investigation that for your daughter that you upheld, right? So we have so those are two separate investigations. So that will be investigated not by us personally, just to make that clear.
Yes.
Right? They have separate departments for that. Okay.
But thinking about your child and going forward, what would you like to see for her to be supported here at school and for her to get what she
Diverse
needs?
staff. Diverse staff. Diverse staff. That's what we need. I come to this office and pass me every day, you look in my face and tell me good afternoon. When I come to this office to pick up my daughter. What's that? Tell me that.
So acknowledgement, respect.
Respect.
Okay.
None of that.
Just
Come in office, the secretary sit down there, knows I come from my daughter, you know I come every day. You don't even pick up the phone, you don't even delegate who must do it. Somebody has got to come and say, can I help you? Really? Seriously? Who's the secretary? She thinks she did? Seriously? And for I tell Miss Ponella that I'm going to the city council member, right? The borough president officials, she don't care. She don't respect our elected officials. She don't respect for them. I called her after. Do I want to go? Do I want to go? So what? She don't respect for our elected officials. She thinks too big. She thinks too big. Need to remove from the school. So many get diverse staff. I tell this school get diversity in the staff. So we can address our black and brown kids better. Instead of this prejudice people. The prejudice. I'm not gonna have that. Right? So I got a meeting, another meeting to go to, but this is not about school and things, because I don't have that problem with my kids. So nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Just end the meeting.